What is the Age of Aquarius? In order to answer this question, we have to begin with the knowledge that our zodiac goes through an enormous revolution once every 24,000 years. Given that we have 12 signs, each age influences life on Earth for about 2,000 years. You probably know that the changing of one sign to another is called a cusp. The monthly cusp of the sun's movement takes about a day, but the cusp of an age can go on for over 100 years. This means we've been cusping into the Age of Aquarius for about a century, and I think we can all agree that this past century has been unlike anything we've seen in human history. In fact, it has been the perfect usher. But in order to gain insight into an age, we have to understand its sign. What do we know about Aquarius? It's the water bearer. Its symbol is a human, usually depicted as a man, pouring water out of a vessel. However, it's not a water sign. They operate out of emotion. It's an air sign, and they live in the realm of ideas. So the water bearer isn't pouring out the waters of the heart. He's pouring the waters of the mind. One of the things that came at the beginning of this cusp was a radical new idea: compulsory education. Reading and writing wasn't for the sons of the elite anymore. It was for everybody. And now we have mass literacy, which is natural, because Aquarius brings illumination via new kinds of thinking. It's pro-equality, interested in liberty, and needs progress. It also seems to have an intimate understanding of the revolutions that may be necessary to bring that progress. In the Age of Aquarius, we care about human rights more than ever, and we're shocked by things that used to be commonplace: human trafficking, slavery, oppression of women. Our zeitgeist, the spirit of this era, is that if we could pour humanitarianism and education into these areas, people would see the light. This type of thinking is incredibly important to Aquarius and therefore to the Age of Aquarius. We care about the status of individuals, and we care about society at large. We've been through so many movements, from the implementation of child labor laws to suffrage, to the civil rights movement, to the women's liberation movement, to the LGBTQ equality movement. And one of the things that we see about these kinds of ideas is that they spread like wildfire. Notice that a lot of this has happened here, and that's because America has been the shining daughter of the age, a perfect expression in so many ways. We exemplify one of the other concerns of the 11th sign, and that is the bringing of innovation and invention. There has never been a more pervasively creative culture or a more forward-leaning one. The American Revolution began when the planet Uranus, ruler of Aquarius, ruler of our age, was discovered. Aquarius is also a social sign, associated with friends and networks. The World Wide Web stands out to me as a quintessential expression of this fascinating time. It has facilitated all manner of friendships and alliances that would not have come about otherwise. The internet is a meeting place for everybody. It's a universe of information available to all. There's a generation of young people right now who are messaging and video chatting with people of all creeds, colors, and religions in the far corners of the world. In the future, they may be less likely to drop dirty bombs on the people they know than on the people they don't know. The Age of Aquarius will show its true colors when the young of today are in positions of power. The internet can be a vehicle for world peace if it's used properly, and no one can argue with the fact that it's the most anarchistic influential thing that has ever existed. And that's because Aquarius never feels good about bringing you the establishment. Of course, we see the cost of progress every day. The more ignorant and brutal forces rear their ugly heads in desperation as the old fights against the new. Aquarius knows revolution can be a bloodbath. But as the age of Aquarius moves forward, freedom and liberty will prevail. It's like the song says, you can't keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris. Once you learn something, you can't unlearn it, and you can't behave as if you don't know it. So this is the beginning of the story of the dawn of our age. It's safe to say we can't imagine what the next 20 centuries will bring. Thank you for watching Secrets from an Astrologer's Desk, the Age of Aquarius. I'm Joy, more videos to come. And do me a favor, please like and subscribe, suggest video topics, and keep watching. Next is all the ways you can get in touch for a personal birth chart reading and full astrological services.